At this point, we've got Nessus, and I've actually run through the installation. It's a pretty simple, straightforward Windows installation. You just run the installer, puts everything in place. We do need a registration code, and you could get a professional feed, of course, which you would have to pay for, or in this case, we're just doing demos and working here on my home network. So I would do a home license and get a home feed. And it's pretty simple. You just register here. I would put in my name and an email address. And then, of course, I have to agree to the terms of service, and then I would register. Now, when you're done with the installation, it will bring you to the website, and that's a local host because the web server is actually running on my system, and we connect to it on port 8834. As usual with any of these type of local installs, they have self-signed certificates, which of course generate problems with the browsers. And so we have to go continue. And then we're going to do a pretty basic setup here. It's going to ask me for some login information so we can create an administrator account. And now I need to provide the activation code that I received in email. And these activation codes are only good one time. So even in the case where maybe you're doing a lot of virtual machines and creating new systems and you want to do Nessus again, you can't reuse one of the activation codes. You actually have to go get another one. However, the activation code acquisition process is pretty easy, and you can go register for one, and you get one in your email within a very short period of time, depending, of course, on your mail settings and how quickly you're receiving mail. But Nessus actually generates those pretty quickly. So now what we're doing is grabbing the latest plugins, and Nessus will actually go grab the plugins on a regular basis so that your configuration is always up to date. You always have the latest set of Nessus plugins. The first set is the largest, of course. This gets all of the existing ones as of this particular point in time, and so this can take a little bit of time to actually go download and get them installed. Now, once all of the plugins are downloaded and installed, then we can go about starting the process of doing the configuration. We can create some scans so that we can see the vulnerabilities on the different systems that we can find. Of course, the thing about the vulnerability scanners is what they're looking for is particular signatures, and it's really about banners and about ports that are open. It's not about actually exploiting code. This is actually a process that can lead to false positives, and we'll go through that a little bit later on. So I'm going to let the plugins download here, and then in subsequent lessons we'll be going through actually configuring Nessus and launching scans.